Hey, welcome to Show and Tell with Kristen Shaw. I'm here with Lucia Kortscheff, and she is with Kusch, and we are talking about airport furniture. Lots of trends, things change pretty quickly in the airport furniture world, right?
Yes, absolutely. We've been working developing furniture for airports for the past 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah, starting with typical beam seating, and we have experienced in the past 5 years that the beam seating is not enough. So fortunately, Kusch is a manufacturer of office furniture. That has given us the advantage that we have so many sophisticated products that we have been able to remodel with the quality of being able to use on transportation, because the quality has to be outstanding. Yeah, it is not the same a product being used in an office space than a product being used in an airport.
Because thousands and millions of people are passing through that airport in the lifespan of the furniture, right?
Correct.
So it has to be beautiful and functional.
Correct. It has to be also timeless design. This is very important. When an airport makes an investment, it's a 20 years investment usually.
Right.
And it's really important that that product will stay looking good and modern within all the life of the product.
And how do you achieve that? Is there a special kind of materials that Kusch uses that sets you apart from your competitors?
Well, I will say that all of us, we're trying to use the most innovative and good quality materials. We don't want to fail to the airports and to the airlines. So we try to always advise to go for the best possible leather or the best possible vinyl. Because at the end, when an architect doesn't specify the right materials, it's our face in the industry. We have to be very careful, and we have to be good advisors and fight for the airports to invest in the appropriate material that will last forever.
How do you help an airport, when you're consulting with an airport that doesn't have your furniture yet? How do you consult with them about what they need that fits their space and also the airport's personality, right? Because that's important.
It's very important to evaluate the region, the colors, the people, the type of passengers. Is not the same airport in Florida, in Orlando, that probably will have a lot of families, where we will go to something funky, funny, like these little pieces called tapa, than a sophisticated airport full of business people. So you have to do a research on who is your client, and then evaluate from your huge product portfolio what fits that client better. Yeah, what kind of product? If it's a beam seating because they have a lot of passengers and the density is very important, or if we can go and add some more sophisticated products to enhance that passenger experience and to make the passenger choose where to sit. If it's a more comfortable lounge seating like Lupino, or if it's the typical beam seating where you can now connect your telephone and charge all your devices, no?
Yeah, and that's really important, because when people go to an airport and they can't find places to plug in, they're not going to sit down, they're not going to buy things, they're not going to generate revenue for the airport, which is what the airports really want, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What kind of trends are you seeing that's new in airport seating that maybe was different 3 years ago?
Well, we see a lot of soft seating that, we never expected that we could use a soft seating from the office industry into the hall room seating. And now all of a sudden we have this beautiful creva. We can create landscapes. We can give the hall room a more sophisticated look, more looking like a hotel or a VIP lounge, where not all the passengers have access. Yeah.
Right.
So Obviously, the soft seating doesn't have the same poor maintenance that the beam seating needs. You need to clean it, you need to be more careful with the fabrics, but it's very sophisticated and invites the passenger to sit. And it gives the whole room a really beautiful, welcome atmosphere, no?
I agree with that. And it's probably just as easy to recover a piece of furniture with new fabric than it is to replace a hard surface seat, right?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. When airports wants to go for soft seating, they need to know that the fabric needs to be maintained, and that maybe in 5 years or in 10 years they will have to reupholster. But as long as they choose a really good quality frame, that's the important, because then they will be able to reupholster, and also the tendency on the colors change. So it's nice every now and then
Sure.
to say, okay, let's reupholster to a completely different color, but the frame stays the same. So when we design, we have to be very careful that what we are designing is easy to reconvert in the future, yeah?
Yeah.
Flexibility of the products is really important for the airports.
So here's a random question. Right next to us, we've got this soft bench, right? And I'm thinking, what if a group of kids on a basketball team is coming through and they put 10 people on that bench, right? They're all sitting around looking at their devices in my mind. How do you accommodate for that kind of weight limit? You have to really make sure that your weight limits are way higher than what an average bench might be at say, a mall.
Yeah, I mean, we always go above the line. If, for example, our product needs to be tested for 250 kilos in Europe, which is
Right.
in USA how many? Probably 330,
Oh, yeah, right.
more or less.
Right.
So we always try to certify our product much more pounds than the average,
Yeah, because you can imagine people would pile on, and
Absolutely.
they're hard on airport furniture, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. But it's funny when we invite clients to our factory. It's really funny the tests that they do in order to make sure that our products are strong enough. I mean, we have seen like from a client throwing a chair from the third floor to the ground and it didn't break, to
Wow.
big people jumping into the sofas. We've seen it all.
Jumping up and down.
Yeah.
That must be interesting.
The main thing is that clients always come back to us after 25 years, and that's what makes you feel grateful, because when they come back to you is that the experience that they have with the first product that they bought from you has been outstanding.
Awesome. Thank you so much for giving us more information.
No, thanks to you.